What's going on, y'all? It's your boy June Archer, the Winner Circle here on ThisIs50.com. My guests today are Marcos Taylor, a.k.a. Suge Knight, a.k.a. the bad man on Luke Cage. You might have seen him. Straight Outta Compton, Luke Cage, and so many other movies. Tell me, how did you buck up upon the role of Suge Knight?
Well, I had a friend of mine, her name was Joe Monty. She gave me a thing about they're doing auditions for Suge Knight, and I was like, I don't want to do it because I'm already, I was a lot lighter as weight wise, but I was like, they're gonna typecast me once I do it. But then I'm thinking like a minute later. Oh, can I say? Oh, I can say that. Thank you. I'm good, but it was like, man, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and
right.
I can do this. I might be able to do this. And this was the time where I wasn't working as much. I was hustling, struggling to get work. And honestly, I got some money together, and my wife granted me, let me. You go get that role, baby. It's gonna be yours. God's gonna give that to you. And you worked hard. So I went. I was in LA for 4 months, and I auditioned 3 times for Straight Outta Compton. I made sure I became Suge. I studied him. I watched a lot of YouTube video. I remember, like with the East Coast West Coast rivalry,
right.
Whatever. Remember those times. I remember how that man just looked like he towered over so many people. And he was that big like character, like a big wall, like you can't go through. And that's how I pictured myself of playing that role. And with the tilt to the side, a little this and that, and then all of a sudden, I went into the audition 3 times, and I got on the 3rd one.
That's dope. Now, while you were preparing for that, we were talking about this off camera. Yeah. Like this isn't the first time you played Suge.
No, this is I played Surviving Compton, a Michelle A. story. I was on Lifetime. I played Suge again the 2nd time. It was more showed more of a sensitive side of Suge, but in the end, he still he did somebody
that we love to hate.
Yeah, he still did some things, that he wasn't supposed to do, but you got a chance to show the love and the hate between him and Michelle A, and then there was Dre and all that stuff. It was drama, and I liked doing both of those roles, but 2 was good.
2 was good.
Yeah.
Now I know that a lot of the cast were pretty much educated and coached on some of the players that were in Straight Outta Compton. Were you hands-on, giving any tips and gems on how to play Suge, or some of his nuances that we saw in the movie?
Well, the thing they let me, the director and the executive producer did, they let me just do it the way I wanted to do it. I didn't have to audition for the part. They offered me the role, and they just said, just do your Suge. And we did it, and it did very successful. That film on Lifetime, it was very, very successful, and it was fun working on it.
Now with Straight Outta Compton, I know Cube had stuff to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
Dre had things to do with it. Now how was it working with those guys around to see some of hip hop's elite and players that's been in the game to contribute to the culture?
Honestly, I compare working on Straight Outta Compton to the Million Man March.
Wow.
That's how I felt. Brothers and sisters, nothing got stolen. Nothing. I'm dead serious. Nothing got stolen. I mean, the guys that played my entourage, they were real gangbangers. Most of the people on set were real gangsters, real gangbangers. But it was no rah-rah, no type of drama. It was more like, brother, I'm glad to be here. Are you? Yeah.
Wow. So the environment was great.
The environment was excellent. And a lot of that had to do with Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, The producers on there. F. Gary
Gray. Shout out to F. Gary Gray.
Shout out to, thank you for giving me that opportunity, F. Gary. Since then you made me a celebrity. Thanks. I'm seriously. So, and we still talk, and he always like, Happy New Year, bro. You doing good? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing really good.
That's dope. Yeah. That's important. I mean, you were talking earlier about just, we're talking about the new series on Pac and Big, and the gentleman who's playing Suge, and just brothers being able to stay in an opportunity to work and continue to get work. Very important, very, very, heart touching to you, because you're like, I'm really proud of that guy. Glad that he got work, and glad the brothers got work. Period. But how hard is it to kind of come off of being Suge from straight Outta Compton and the Michelet story and continue doing what you're doing? I mean, you had Luke Cage. I definitely want to talk about that.
Yeah, I've been blessed to work immediately after straight Outta Compton. I did a movie with Benny Boone, Wild for the Night. Right after that, I did another film with other actors. I did 4 series. Luke Cage, Step Up, that's out now. It's on YouTube Red. Wow, so many different projects, and half of those I didn't even have to audition for, which was another blessing.
That's a blessing.
And I'm the kind of person, some people think negatively when it comes to auditioning, but as an actor, I have to feel privileged and honored that you think of me to audition.
Right.
So I say, I'm not only going to audition, but I'm going to get that role. That's my thought process when I go into an audition. And so far, so good. I mean, people remember me as Suge, but I've still been working. And there's things about to happen now, and I'm just blessed to be in the whole thing. So, I got no complaints about it.
So you weren't typecast to the point where people only saw you in the role as a thug actor?
No, I mean, I played a chief of police. I did one comedy that's coming out in May, and I played a lot of different roles. I suck. So I know I forgot real quick. I'm not trying to be snobby. I just really did forget because it's overwhelming. I'm blessed, right. And no, I don't have any problem with the typecasting. If anything, people call me Sugar on the street, but I'll be like, that's it. And then like, can I take a picture? I'm like, you don't gotta do all that. Come on, let's take the picture. It's crazy. I mean, like I said, the role, I guess people thought that the role of Suge on Straight Outta Compton and Surviving Compton was like, this dude is really scary. Like, I'm like, wow, I'm from Jersey. I'm corny. Trust me. Right? I want to say I'm a light-skinned Negro. I just said it, right? I'm a light-skinned Negro. What you scared of me for? You got nothing to worry about. Trust me. And
that's dope.
That's been great since then. Yeah.
How about Luke Cage? I want to talk about that. It was a series. Netflix did well. I was a big fan of it.
It broke Netflix. It broke Netflix. Literally.
That's dope.
It was great.
Which leads me to say we need more of these types of events to happen on some of, not just network television, but Netflix and all these other things. We have talent. We have stories to be told. If that didn't tell you anything, and Black Panther didn't tell you anything, I don't know how long we got to keep going until we educate the masses on the kind of talent that we have from not even just actors and actresses, but directors and producers, writers. So what's next for you?
Wow, what's next for me now? I have 2 movies coming out. One is Fury of the Fist and Golden Fleece. It's a martial arts comedy that's coming out in May. And I play this survey conveyor. It's a crazy film. It's an all-star cast. Danny Trejo. It's an all-star cast of martial arts, action, and comedians. I mean, I forgot their names. I'm bad with names, but it's so many different. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be crazy. I get to kick people in the head and stuff like that. I'm working with Jean-Claude Van Damme's daughter. I do a fight scene with her, and it's awesome. That's just one of the shows I'm doing. The other one is called Pain Mr. Maggette. That's a comedy. You're gonna see me, instead of me inflicting pain, you're gonna see me get pain inflicted on me. I mean, I'm bumping into a lady by accident, and she punches me in the shoulder in front of like everybody in Miami. I was just like, what am I gonna do? She scared me, so I had to walk away. Like, just took an L, whatever. But this is a story about a guy that's just trying to better himself, trying to get a record deal. He's trying to satisfy his girlfriend because his girlfriend just keeps calling him. What are you doing? You doing this? You doing that? You're supposed to be paying bills and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the mob. They start to chase me for, you know, like the whole day and night. It gets crazy. A lot of turns, but it ends up good.
For those that don't know, when you're talking about the Fury movie, you've been practicing martial arts for about 30-some years.
Yeah, 30-some years.
Do you do that on your off time to kind of just decompress and kind of get away from the audition process and mentality of trying to break into a character and trying to develop a character for a certain role? Like, how do you use that as a benefit to kind of decompress? Because we talked about it earlier, you know, waking up in the morning is like the most beautiful thing that could ever happen to a human being, and just having the opportunity to just be on your way and just see loved ones and get a shot at just accomplishing anything that your heart and your mind is set on. But for you, how do you use the martial arts to kind of get away from it?
Well, everything I've ever done in this business or in life is based on martial arts. I've done martial arts since I was 5 years old, and you do something your whole life, you become what you do. And martial arts helped me from obviously protecting myself, but also dealing with trials and tribulations.
The discipline of it.
My father died, it almost destroyed me. And instead of, I mean, people didn't understand it, but I went to the funeral and then I went to the gym instead of going to the repast or whatever you call it. And that was my way of coping with my father's loss. Some people grieve differently, you know, but I grieve that way. And trust me, it was better for me to do that. And in martial arts, I mean, in athletics and playing sports or doing my action stunts on set is acquired to the martial arts training, and because of martial arts I can do a lot of good stuff, and I'm thank God that I was in martial arts.
That's dope. So you weren't that kid like after, you know, Bruce Lee was on USA, you would go outside and start trying to kick and chop block everybody in the neighborhood?
I didn't chop block. I wasn't trying to chop block people. I was just trying to do those moves, but I've been in a lot of fights, and that chop block did work. It did work. I'm sorry.
So when you see Suge on the street, act like you got some sense.
No, I don't want no problems. I want no problems. You gonna say hi. How you doing? I'm like, you wanna take a picture? Let's take a picture. Good me and you. God bless you. That's what you're gonna get from me.
Where can we follow you? Where can we see you? We know it's coming next, but if anybody want to follow you on social media and kind of see what you got going on, websites.
Oh, I'm on Instagram. R. Marcos Taylor, you can get me on that, and also R. Marcos Taylor on Facebook. So those are the two I'm really on. So you'll see me, and I'll be like, you say what's up, I'll say what's up back. That's how it goes.
Yo, R. Marcos, give me your best Suge impression. Come on, hit him with that.
You really want me to do that?
Y'all have no idea. Yeah, you see it. Straight out of Compton.
Don't say nothing. This is bumped. Don't make me change you, June.
Yo, this is the Winner Circle with June Archer, R. Marcos Taylor. My brother, keep it locked right here. Don't go nowhere. Peace.